My name is Travis Howe, and I am currently working at Sanzaru Games. In game animation, you just have to get things done really quickly. And in film animation, you have more time, but everything has to be really precise. And something I learned through my time constraints on this shot was that I actually could get more polish into a shot than I thought I could. And that's had a huge effect on my professional work. This shot was supposed to be strictly dynamics, a character responding to an outside force, in this case the jetpack pulling him into the air. But when I got into class 6, my mentor thought that this shot could be a great real piece in terms of character work. It's not just he presses the button and he takes off into the air. It's more like he presses the button and it doesn't go according to plan and he's sort of shocked by it. And then you have this interesting transition of him going from being incredibly cocky to suddenly going, oh no, what's going on? And then as soon as he gains control again, he goes back to cockiness. I think I myself can be like that, like go straight from being like, oh, I'm so amazing, to suddenly be like, I'm not all that awesome. And then suddenly, as soon as I get something I want, I'm like, oh, I really am awesome. The main challenge that I had in working this shot was the fact that my daughter was like recently born. You want to watch it again? It was all just sort of a balancing act, making sure that I was spending time with my daughter and with my wife, and also getting in schoolwork and not burning myself out to a point where I was failing at work. When I went into the shot, it was actually intended to be that he was walking backwards into the shot, so I would never have to worry about him turning around. And my mentor felt that if I had him turning around, it'd be much more dynamic and interesting and fun to watch, and also show, again, better body mechanics. From a reference angle, there's thrill rides. We have like a bungee cable attached to you and it actually launches you into the air. And so I use those sort of things for that kind of response, and then just shot some myself. But a big part of it was digging deep into my own understanding of physics and putting that into it. When I was conceptualizing the idea, one of those things was a sort of Buzz Lightyear-ish costume. I really liked it and people responded well to it, so I decided to pursue that. Once I got into the class and the story started to develop, I realized that the costume that I had and the concept behind his look wasn't really going to serve the story. So I started looking at a lot of like punk rock and stuff like that to try and find inspiration. I kind of wanted a almost Tim Burton meets punk rocker kind of look for him. I actually was showing it around to a lot of my friends, and I had people actually drawing their own versions of it. Especially Windsor's hair was originally, he almost looked like he had kind of male pattern baldness. I was trying to make him look like really spiky, but it was just really far back. And that's one of the things I love about Animation Mentor is you have so many people around you that are, you know, jumping into your idea and going, well, what if you kind of twisted this a little bit? One of my friends said, you know, why don't you try this instead? And he drew a drawing of him, and I used that as a basis for where to go from there. To celebrate finishing the shot, my daughter and I went out drinking. We had to fake her ID. It was a crazy party.